Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Jalen Duren out there with Jaden McDaniels. Then there's James. Then it's Knipple. And it's Price in at the point. Here's Price. Outside McDaniels. Shot clock at 3. Over Gordon. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for Denver. Three-pointer Mathurin. That shot, no good. Here's Price, defended by Murray. Here's Price, over Murray. Pass to Knipple. And there's James from the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic passes to Murray. Denver moving it around. Here's Jokic, covered by Duren. Jokic, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. McDaniels, a screen on Murray. James, right side. The three is up. Gordon pulls it in. For Denver, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Deflects the pass. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. To the middle. Here's Knipple. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Price. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Here's McDaniels. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels. Looking to convert inside.
And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
Here's Price. Denver getting their last shot to go. James, outside, from outside the arc. Denver grabs the miss. It's a one-on-one situation. And it's Mathurin missing. Charlotte has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Pass to Knipple. Now here's Duren, covered by Jokic. Outside McDaniels. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. McDaniels a screen. Price gets the bucket.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Oh, deflected. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Duren.
There's so much that Jamal Murray brings to the table offensively. He is such a critical piece of their puzzle.
First free throw is good. Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A., his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and of course, that killer mentality.
Ware's checked in for Charlotte. Kamara comes in for McDaniels. Here's Price. To the inside. Pass to James. Back to Kamara. Lets it go from deep. Mathurin with a rebound. And here's Mathurin, who'll bring it up for Denver. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that one.
Here's Price. Pass to Knipple. Here's Price. And here's Ware. The shot won't fall. Good D by Jokic. Outside Murray. Inside. Here's Gordon. And the layup is good off the glass. Gordon's got 6.
The physicality Gordon plays with jumps out at you. He's got a fearlessness about him.
Here's Price. It's James on the wing. Shoots over Matherin. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Strother. 4-3. Rebounded by Kamara. Hornets trail by 5. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So the Nuggets. Mamukelashvili checked in for Gordon. Harris comes in for Strother. And Goodwin is subbed in for Murray. Larson's checked in for Charlotte. Thomas comes in for James. Here's Price. Outside Kamara. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Clock at 6. Pass to Larson. Here's Price. No good. Off the front rim. The Nuggets lead by 5. Now here's Matherin. He's scoreless. Count that one.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Price. Ware the screen. To the paint. To snap the cold streak. It's rebounded by Goodwin.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Matherin passes to Goodwin. And here's Jokic. Ware covers. Now Jokic. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. And it's Thomas with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Kamara. Now Thomas. He's covered by Matherin. Lets it go. Thomas, that's good.
Thomas flashing his handles. He can get creative with the ball.
Here's Goodwin. Averaging around 6 a game. Jokic's shot is good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Price. Ware the screen. He takes it in. Oh, he misses the easy stuff.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. Out to the right wing. Launches a 3, and he buries his first look.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Hornets making a change here. A minute 29 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Fields. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Goodwin. That shot off. Thomas with the defensive effort.
Already, +5 in terms of rebound margin.
59 seconds left in the first. Back to White. Pass to Diabate. From deep. White can't hit. The Nuggets lead by 6. Outside Murray. Here's Goodwin. Thomas defends. Here's Goodwin. No points yet. There's the three. The shot comes out. Hornets trail by 6. White with it. Pass to Diabate. Thomas outside. Hits the trifecta. Thomas has got his second basket on the night.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome back to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
We've got Jamal Murray, and it's Potter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Pass to Diabate. Now here's White. The three. It's hauled in by Fields.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
On the wing, Murray. Oh, Murray with the touch inside.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
White looking it over. It's Thomas on the wing. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. The Nuggets lead by 3. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Goodwin. Still no points. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 3. And here's White. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Here's Larson. Takes it inside. Pass to Diabate. Now Thomas. Down low. Second chance shot. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. To the middle. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
These coaches just love that assist from Thomas. They know Cam can be a good passer.
Goodwin passes to Fields. Here's Goodwin. They kick it out to Murray. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Nikola Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Stevenson comes in for Goodwin. Pass to McDaniels. There's the triple. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Fields. Back to Jokic. And here's Murray. Here's Fields. Yet to see a basket. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. And the Nuggets making a change here. Goodwin's checked in. Murray against White. To the inside. Here's Jokic. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
To the paint. Turin in the post. Covered by Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Turin with a screen on Murray. White for 3. They get it again. Turin, the pass to McDaniels. Another shot. Rebounded by Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball." Guys?
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Up the floor. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
How much power from Jalen Duren. Goodness.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. So both teams changing it up here. Coach, I've heard you say one of the most frustrating things to watch is a team that beats itself.
Yeah, B.A., I think one of the things is before you can win, you got to make sure you don't lose. And when you're doing things like turning the ball over or fouling needlessly, those are probably the 2 biggest areas. Those are beat-yourself types of stats. It's hard to get away with those at the highest level.
Here's Price, defended by Murray. And there's James from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. And now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
I just love the ball movement.
Gordon outside. Pass to Murray. Shot to stop the run. Murray with a physical finish.
Well, every defense gives extra attention to Murray, but they still have trouble keeping him under control.
Here's Price. And here's Knipple from the arc. Strother grabs a miss.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Three-pointer Matherin. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul of the game. Goodwin's checked in for Denver. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Bears checked in. Charlotte has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Here's Price. With the drive. Over to the wing. Outside McDaniels. From the arc. Here's Ware. Out to James. Ware, the screen. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Gordon. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
He is so athletic. Gordon does well when he gets the ball around the paint.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Charlotte.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Goodwin. That three's off the mark. Hornets leading by 4. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Price. Back to Ware. Stolen by Jokic. Here's Goodwin. Pass to Jokic. And again, it's Denver converting.
Jokic has every shot.
It's a close game here in Denver.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Now here's McDaniels. Now here is James. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Hornets. Knippel's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one of a kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell. Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Charlotte shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And that one misses. Nuggets trail by 4. 1:14 left in the first half of this one. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. A minute 9 left to play in the first half of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. Jokic gets the bucket. Jokic has got 8.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Now White. Soft touch off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 4.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Goodwin passes to Jokic. Off target with a jump hook.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
White with it. There's a screen by Kamara. White, good. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
Here's Goodwin. No made baskets yet. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go from the wing. So we conclude the first half. Charlotte on top, leading by 6. And we'll return shortly.
34.
Hello, everybody.
Look here now at Charlotte. They haven't played their best ball. It's an understatement. Looking a little lost and flustered right now. It's almost like they don't have any confidence in themselves.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight. Bit of a tough start for the Nuggets.
But
That's it for us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fear. fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. On the floor for Charlotte, they've got Johnson, Toumani Camara out there with Herb Jones. Then it's Kobe White, the shake. And that's 2 points on the layup. White's got 6 points.
Well, White with the tight handle to create space.
Murray looking around. Pass to Jokic. Gordon outside. Jacks up a three. The Hornets pull it in.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now White. Now here's Camara. Defended by Gordon. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Nuggets trail by 8. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Pass to Strother. Fires the three. Rebounded by Johnson.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Jokic. It's stolen away. Left side White. Outside Johnson. Back to White. There's the screen by Johnson. White, the pass to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. For three. Strother grabs the miss. Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Gordon. And here's Jokic. Here's Strother. Off target from three-point range.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
The kick out to White. Back to Camara. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now a 12-point Hornet lead. Here's Strother. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
This team loves the energy that Gordon gives them. He's so active, leading to second chance points there.
And a nice finish on the layup. 6 points for him.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is... not going to help them close this deficit.
Back to Jokic. Dropping it at the rim. It's Jokic.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Inside, tipped. Covered by Jokic. Rebounded by Denver. Strother's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Jokic. Here's Strawther, defended by Jones. Here's Murray. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Murray's got 10 points.
Well, when Murray has his attacking game working, it opens up more space for everybody.
And the call is going to be yes. On an illegal screen.
Well, I don't know what happened during halftime, but he just hasn't had his focus since the break. Too many careless turnovers.
A new lineup here for Charlotte. Mathurin passes to Jokic. Pass to Murray. Off with the layup. Charlotte leading by 8. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. No good on the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the 2nd from the line. And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. Outside Mathurin. Back to Murray. Banked it in off the glass. 12 points for him.
Well, when Murray gets going, he's so tough to stop. Jamal is one of the most explosive guards in the league.
Pass to Duren. James outside. Duren with a screen on Mathurin. Here's Price. Defended by Murray. 5 on the clock. And there's James from the arc. Here's Price. Back to Duren. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Nikola Jokic.
Well, as his career progresses, Duren needs to improve his free throw shooting numbers.
2 shots.
No good on that one. And the 2nd free throw is good.
Well, a lottery pick back in 2022. Jalen Duren brings energy to this team. A big frame, toughness down low.
Here's Murray. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Gordon. Beyond the arc. And it's Mathurin. And missing. Charlotte leading by 8. Here's Price. He has 6. Here's Knipple from deep 3-point range. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in the game. Well, there's a lot to like about Jokic. But Stan, you wanted to highlight a very specific skill.
Yeah, B.A., it's his fundamentals on the offensive glass. When he rebounds, he keeps it up high so that he can put it right back up. Bigs need to learn not to bring the ball down.
Pass to Knipple. Here's Strawther. Still without a bucket. Outside Murray. Fires from deep. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. There's a screen. It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Price. Back to Daniels. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
What bounce from McDaniels, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Some changes for Charlotte. Ware comes in for Duren, and it's Thomas in for James. Here's Stevenson. Here's Goodwin. Pass to Fields. Over Knipple. And the basket by Fields.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Now here's McDaniels. And here's Thomas. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6. Into the lane.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Jokic. He's closely guarded. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Another bucket from Jokic. He could dominate scoring-wise every night if he wanted to. He is that good.
Here's Price. Give him 8 points now. Knipple. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
And Denver making a change here. Potter's checked in to the paint. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Pass to Ware. Ooh, ripped away! There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Mamukelashvili. Diabate grabs the boards.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And here's Knipple from the arc. Here's Diabate. Here's Thomas for 3. The kick out to White. They set the pick, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic.
Harris is checked in for Stevenson. Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Goodwin. No points so far. Fires the 3. Counted from distance. Goodwin's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And we've reached the end of the third. Charlotte on top. They lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Jamal Murray, and it's Potter in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's White. Rebounded by Denver. Here's Fields. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Potter. Ware covers. Here's Murray. Knipple with the rebound. Hornets leading by 4. Outside White. It's Thomas on the wing. 4 on the clock. Back to White. The 3 is up. They get it back. Out to the wing. Tries again. Can't capitalize inside. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
They set the screen. Pass to Knippel. And the shot goes down. And the Hornets lead by 4.
What an impact White makes, whether he has the ball in his hands or not.
Here's Goodwin. Thomas defends. And here's Murray. This one for 3. That one no good. Now here's Thomas. Pass to Ware. Now here's Thomas. 19-footer. The kick out to White. Takes a 3. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Here's Goodwin. Puts up a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Thomas with the defensive effort. Charlotte leading by 7. Pass to Diabate. Outside White. Here's Diabate. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Yeah, that play had a nice flow to it. And White hitting his man where he can do something with it.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this 4th quarter. Here's Goodwin. The Nuggets need to get one up. Murray for 3. The Nuggets with another miss.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. For the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic comes in for Potter, and Mathurin subbed in for Goodwin. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Fields the pass to Jokic. And again, it's Denver missing.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Here's Price. It's McDaniels on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Mathurin passes to Murray. And here's Jokic. Pass to Fields. Denver moving it around. Now here's Jokic. Three-pointer Mathurin drops in the 3.
Oh, yeah. Mathurin does have the short corner shot, so you can't let him get room from there.
Here's Price. This James on the wing. McDaniels inside. Here's Price. Defended by Murray. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Yeah, communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Murray against James. Here's Strawther. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's just a 4-point Hornet lead.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Throws it up high. And Gordon with the big finish.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
And that one's good. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Here's Strother. Gordon with a screen on James. Puts one up from 19. Again, Denver scores.
That's just great awareness there from Murray to take advantage of what the defense was giving him and go to work in the mid-range.
Pass to McDaniels. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now Jokic. Shoots it up. James rips down the board.
They've been winning the rebound battle today. Another big board right there.
Oh, he can't hit it. Nuggets trail by 4. Outside Murray. Ooh, the three doesn't go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
McDaniels outside. Money from 3.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Here's Jokic. Jokic muscles it down.
Well, when you need a bucket, run the offense through Jokic.
1:57 left in the 4th. Here's Price. Drives to the hoop. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Thomas, he's checked in for Charlotte. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Yes, sir!
Well, it doesn't matter what pressure you put on him. Jokic always remains steady on offense.
A minute 31 left in the final quarter. Here he goes. Here's McDaniels. Using the glass to lay it in.
Well, huge night from McDaniels. With the defense he brings you, the scoring is a massive plus.
Now Matherin. Jokic with a screen on Thomas. Matherin. McDaniels with a rebound. Charlotte has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Here's Price. Here's Thomas. Here's Price. He lets it go, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Now a timeout called by Denver. They're behind by 7. Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
I mean, they're still battling, but this one is just about official.
Here's Murray. Oh, money!
Well, that's the way Murray can create chances. That's why you want him with the ball in clutch situations.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Kobe White. 2 shots.
And he's unable to get the second one. And here's Denver.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for Denver. Matherin, it's good from beyond the arc.
Well, for a guy with a scorer's mentality, Murray is almost surprisingly willing to pass the ball.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Shooting for Charlotte. Kobe White. 2 shots.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that puts him up 5. Now a timeout called by Denver. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
The triple drop.
Rock solid. Screed right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Hey, talk about a cool customer. Icing this one with some clutch free throw.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how